Please excuse my photo of Clifton, the big red flag, and Joy, soon to be sadness. I ain't had nothing else available to me, so that's what I had. But let's talk about this week's episode. Cue the music. Oh yes, bitches and hoes, I'm back.
I'll drop a player like it's nothing, it ain't working out. Now no debate up for discussion, bitch, I'm walking out. My time is money, I ain't loving unless you toast it out. Flip my weave and walk it out, look how I just bossed it out. Now come on baby, why you bugging, we can't talk it out. I keeps it moving, I ain't tripping, lost another spouse. I'm just a boss, it's in my blood, no I won't scream or shout. Grabbing my keys.
Cause oh yes, bitches and hoes, I'm back. Back with another video here to discuss Ready to Love Season 6, Episode 10. It's time for them to come up out the cabin. Airbnb only gave them 2 nights in 3 days. And we know 3 days means you got to be up out of there by 12. So, you know, they on their last leg and their last night. I hope you didn't cut the car off fat because you got to get back in it to drive home. But anyway, so we pick up where we left off last week, girl. It's still an elimination. It's between Tori and it's between him and Paul. Honestly, they both could go, but it ain't my decision. But now, basically, Sabrina tells Tori that the lady feels like he hadn't been able to connect with them, and, you know, because he's only been dealing with one person, which is her, ironically. And, you know, and then she tells Paul, she said, well, you know, Paul, people feel like they wasn't connected with you at first, and then you kind of picked up toward the end, but that's the problem. You did it toward the end. So Paul over there nervous, and I'm just like, for what? You ain't about to find true love on here. But anyway, he's nervous or whatever, and we find out Tori goes home. Tori, you're not ready to love. Now, I love when people take a negative and turn it into a positive. Tori got up there and said, you know what? I did have tunnel vision. I only was focusing on one person. It's a lesson learned. I'm going to go back to the drawing board, and I'm going to make this right. Shout out to you, Tori, but you got to go home. You ain't got to get up out of here and go nowhere else, but you got to get out of here. That don't even make sense. But you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I was trying to say. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get out of here. It just landed flat. We move to the next scene. No, I'm sorry. Before we move to the next scene, after this doggone, I'm about to say election. Child, after this doggone elimination, Tommy tells all the people that, hey, look, I'll see you guys at the end of the week, which is tomorrow. And we're all going to discuss what happened. So they were like, wait, what do you mean all discuss? So nobody else goes home? And Tommy was like, no. And that's because they dwindling down, girl. The girls is not staying on Ready to Love. Is the checks not getting cut? Somebody in the comments let me know. We move to the next scene. Demetrius approaches Sabrina. So now he wants to go talk to Sabrina and see what the hell going on. And Sabrina was like, look, boy, at the end of the day, you know, I just feel like you're not giving. You want me to chase you, and I'm a woman, and I'm not about to do that. Not to mention you want submissive or submission, I'm sorry. And I could be submissive, but that ain't who I am 24/7. Maybe I'm just not the girl for you. All this is going on. All the girls is at the couch, is by the couch listening. They want their popcorn. They trying to see what's tea, girl. Like they like, oh, they must be having a real good conversation. It don't look like it's good because yada. Let me get the tea. And that's me. I would have been saying that too. But basically, she want to make sure that there's balance. She was just like, because I feel like I have to come after you. You don't come after me. His response is, I only give 100% to the women that I'm involved with. Well, you know what, Demetrius? How do you ever get involved with women? All the women you must have dealt with has probably always ran behind you. That's probably why your ass is divorced, Demetrius. But see, Sabrina don't give a damn. Sabrina was just like, yeah, no, you're not showing me no affection, so I don't really give a damn about you one way or the other. So now he's trying to make it up to her and says that he has a different approach when he's outside of the show, which I could possibly see. But he says, you know, that's just not him who he's portraying. So she was like, look, that's fine. You need to portray that guy outside in here because this is the process that matters. Demetrius said he's going to do it, but girl, look, Sabrina, I questioned you too a lot this episode. But I feel like the least threat is you. Demetrius got to go. Go to a church or something and find you somebody with that bullshit you talking, because the girls ain't here for it. But anyway, his whole thing is he don't want to give her 100% because she's dating other guys. Duh, fool. Ain't y'all on a doggone dating show? See, that's what I be talking about. You joined the show, signed up, signed the contracts. You knew it was going to be multiple people dating multiple people. And now all of a sudden that's the reason why you can't show up. Bye, Demetrius. I don't like it anyway. Let's move on. Donovan and Carmen is in the hot tub. Okay, so Donovan and Carmen in the hot tub. And Donovan is basically saying, you know, since Tina hadn't came, Christina, I'm going to just go ahead on and focus on who I got right here. I'm going to just leave that, you know, I ain't worried about it. And I feel like everybody's saying that, but they really miss her and they wanted to be there. Because if you didn't care, why are you mentioning it? But anyway, they're in the hot tub. And Carmen asked him if he was worried about the doggone elimination. And he was just like, yeah, you know, it could be anybody any week. So, you know, it does cause for a little worry. So it's a thing. And then she says, well, you know, I noticed the way you know, look at Sabrina. And she was just like, I can't help but mention that. She was like, but I just want you to know, she's a good girl, but I'm the better woman. Again, here we go, Carmen. Carmen is probably the most insecure person or woman or female or anything on this show. I'm convinced. Carmen, you cannot have a conversation with a man without bringing up somebody else and comparing yourself to other people. It's giving low self-esteem, fad. It's giving low confidence. It's giving, I got all the things I want and need, allegedly. But it's the one thing that I can't have, and it's making me feel insecure. And because of that fact, you projecting and you overdoing it and you trying to make it seem like you that bitch, but you is just not a girl, because that bitch don't have to say what it is. It's already understood. Carmen, have several seats. Bye, girl. And if you was all that, you wouldn't be on the show. That's all I'm gonna say. But anyway, she said she a better woman, and now, you know, Donovan said he just gonna focus on them too, and he liked the fact that she was able to give him contact and be all up on him. Donovan, if you wanted a hard on, just say so. Moving on. The next scene, Dakia is still in her feelings about Clifton, and feel like he basically played in her face with Joy. I ain't gonna lie, I'm with Dakia on this, because Clifton, you didn't tell her, but you did make it seem as if she had a chance. All to get down to this cabin, and now all you care about is Joy. Y'all sleeping together, making funny jokes, dressing up alike, and all that stuff. You could have just said what it was at the beginning. I'm with Dakia on that. Like, you should have, you kind of let her on low key. Not for real, but sort of, if it makes sense. So I'm with Dakia on that. But my thing with you, Dakia, is P.O. is running behind you. Go back to the post office. P.O. But yeah, she feels some type of way about it. And she feels like she's been left out. He all of a sudden comes in and they sit down and talk. And basically she tells him that she sees the connection that he has with Joy. Like, it's undeniable. Duh, everybody does. But he tells her that he intended to spend time with her, but getting out here with Joy, it just kind of changed things. I believe maybe you did intend to. No, I don't believe it. Because you can't tell me you ain't get on the phone with Joy and y'all ain't figure out the pajamas, sleeping arrangements, and all that other stuff. You're full of crap. You wanted a sister wife. But number one, you know it ain't going to happen because you know the kid ain't going to do it. And I thought Joy wasn't with it, but when I saw her in that hot tub, it gave me second thoughts. But I'm going to get to that. But you wanted a sister wife. And the kid is not sister wife material. Clifton, the big red flag. That girl ain't with that. So that's why you had to just back off and pick the best choice for you. Which, I ain't gonna lie, y'all have deniable chemistry or undeniable chemistry for that matter, but if you could have had them both, you definitely would have had them. I don't care what nobody say, but you know you can't get them. Anyway, she feels like, look, I get it. You got your connection with her. I just felt like, don't play in my face. You could have told me. Like, just be a man. Just be a man about it. Baby, you ain't gotta love me. No. Why did I do that? But yeah, just be a man about it and tell me, like, what is we doing? You supposed to be the big bad wolf. Why is you not huffing and puffing? I'm confused. So, yeah, he was like, you know, you're right. I could have told you and I should have told you. She was like, I just didn't like seeing it in my face. And I get that. I'm with her on that. She thought that they were growing as well because I thought that they had kind of a thing because he was so indecisive at the last meeting. And he tells her, look, I had a connection with you, but Joy's connection is stronger. Okay, again, just say that. She says she's usually guarded, but she decided to let her guard down with Clifton, and this is what happened. So now the guard got to go back up. That sounded like me. Bitch, let me tell y'all something. I don't be connecting with everybody like that. I mean, I connect with them to a certain degree, but I don't be giving everybody everything. I keep the wall up. The wall stay up, girl. The Great Wall of Jericho, it be up. And when I do finally let it down and something like that happen, or the wall get taller, you feel me? So I understand where the kid coming from. And you know, my girl, the kid started crying, and I ain't like that. Cause Clifton, you ain't nothing. You ain't worth nothing. But you got insecurities about exes, and you out here making the girls cry. That was messed up. He tried to go give me a hug. Now, I don't want to hug your big ass. That girl said, let me go downstairs and he'll have me a drink and cry in the wind. As you should, the kill. Cry in the wind. You deserve to cry. Clifton did you dirty. But at the end of the day, you put all your eggs in one basket anyway. So, it's a dating show. It is what it is. But, he says that he likes the kid. He thought they had a connection, but he's just not the person that he's got to give it to her, or that can give it to her because he's with Joy. All right, Clifton, the big red flag. Let Joy get the unprize, because you ain't no prize. We move on. Joy, Demetrius, Sabrina, and Clifton, now they all in the hot tub. This is where I start to squint my eyes at you, Joy. So they all in this hot tub, girl. And basically, Clifton is feeling away because his energy is off because he hurt the kid's feelings. Boy, stop that cap. You don't give a damn about the kid. But he gets in the hot tub, and Joy is just extra friendly. Real friendly. Friendly to the point where when Sabrina and Demetrius was flirting with each other, she was like, what y'all saying? But it wasn't like to an extent like, I want to be nosy. It was just like, can I join? Type of vibe. Even Sabrina was just like, girl, mind your business. Don't worry about what we saying over here, girl. That ain't what we doing. But Joy was just too excited. Oh, what y'all saying? Let me come over there, girl. To the point where Clifton had to say, you need to come mind the business over here. Why is you running over there? Oh, I'm sorry. And then she get over there and kiss him like this. I'm so glad you here. And I ain't gonna lie, that's a real kiss. I believe y'all gonna be together for real. Now, how long it's gonna last? For question. But yeah, Joy, is there anything you want to tell the congregation? Clifton, is that why you like Joy? Because she can get you a sister wife. She gave me swinger vibes the way she was running over there by Sabrina and them. And Sabrina giving me the vibes of, girl, I wish you would. I don't rock like that. I am square. That's the vibe she gave me. I'm just saying. So, we move to the next scene. It's breakfast. And all of a sudden, guess who decides to pop their head? They wig. Christina shows up. And it's just like, girl, why? It's 9 o'clock. They got to be checked out by 12. Why is you here? Why is she here, Ike? Why is she here? So she pulls up. And everybody's saying the same thing I just said. Well, what's she doing here? So she comes in and says that, you know, she went back and forth about the process. She really don't want to do it, but she just wanted to have a conversation with Donovan. You could have called the girl. But okay, you drove two blocks down to come to the Airbnb. So she gets in there. The girls are looking perplexed because they scared because they somewhat, little connections may be threatened because the boys do like Tina now. So they don't know what's going on, you know, they scared. But she said she decided to step back in because she wanted to talk to Donovan. Paul says that he closed the door on Christina and he don't understand why she here. Well, the gag is, Paul, she not here for you. You done closed the door that wasn't even open, child. Paul, go sit down. That girl not worried about you, Paul. The door already closed. Well, she wasn't trying to knock on it for you, Paul. Oh, Lord. This just don't make no sense. So she ends up finding Donovan. Donovan said he's surprised to see her. And she was like, oh, I feel like I missed a lot. And Donovan was like, yeah, you missed a lot. Donovan, stop the cap. It's been 24 hours. She ain't missed that much. But she wants to talk to Donovan and pull him off to the side. She lets what do you call it? When it be in the camera and they be talking, she would just basically let the audience know that she's afraid to open up about Donovan and how she feel because she, you know, in her headspace all in general because, you know, sometimes people will step and tap dance all over your stuff, girl. And I get that. But she talks to Donovan and tells him that, look, the reason I didn't show up, because I feel like my connections, I wasn't sure if they were strong enough. Donovan was like, yeah, but you could have hit me up, like call, text, email, smoke signal, something. He was absolutely right. But she was like, yeah, you know, I just wasn't sure what was going to happen. He basically feels like she missed her chance. Now, I think that's the only person who she actually cares about, who thinks that way. Paul, you are not the one. But all that's going on, and he asked her, do you even want to be here? And she was just like, I don't know. And so he gets in the confessional and said, well, why did you even come back? And I'm with him. Why did you even come back? Because, girl, you could have called him, girl. Like, what's the point? But he asked her why she showed up. She didn't answer. And she feels like talking to him is a bit overbearing. Girl, you just have poor communication skills. Let's move on. We have the next scene. Paul says he's still on that kick about Christina missed her opportunity. Paul, that girl don't want you, Paul. That girl don't want you. Just because y'all connected that first day, that girl don't want you, Paul. You want her. That's why you keep saying that. Leave that girl alone. That girl don't want you. Donovan basically goes sit down and tell him and that he told her the other guys felt like she was done. He shares that whole conversation with Paul. And Carmen was like, I need to go talk to her. I know we not that cool, but I'm going to go talk to her and see what's really going on. And I'm just like, girl, I wouldn't tell you two things, Carmen. You cutthroat. But anyway, Christina basically says, look, the only person I liked was Diamond, because she's sitting there talking to Carmen. She was like, and that's the only reason I came back. It was really for Diamond. I really don't have it or see it in any of these other guys. She was like, Demetrius remind me of my ex, and we know she said her ex was crazy. And then she said she just wasn't feeling Paul's energy. I wish you tell Paul, because Paul running around here telling everybody your water cut short. But the gag is you ain't got no faucet or no rent stains or handles. I gotta stop trying to make these inferences because I be messing up. But y'all get what I'm saying. But yeah, Carmen feels like I hear what she's saying, but she just don't want to admit her fault in all of this. Carmen, fix your jaw and fix your lips, girl. Anyway, Carmen asked her to sleep on it and figure out what she gonna do and basically just stay. And she was just like, I'm not sure, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And it's just like, why are y'all asking her to stay? Carmen, you don't want that girl here. Stop it. We move to the next scene. It's time to leave the house. Paul asked the kid to meet her for dinner. And she said she's nervous to meet him because she was just like, she don't even know if anybody in the house like her at this point. When she sits down, Paul gives her red wines and multitudes of compliments. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna say this. I get compliments, but it do make me a little uncomfortable when somebody give you a whole bunch. It do, and that's so bad. It's that not that I don't appreciate it or I feel any type of way about myself. But when somebody's just over and over and over and over, it's just, I don't know. It's just kind of be like, all right, you said that, okay. But he's giving her a multitude of compliments, and I think she needs it at this point because she butt her behind Clifton, the big red flag. Enjoy, girl. Let Paul love you and just move on. But he asked her how she felt about the weekend, and she was like, it was okay. I don't really want to get into it. But he lets her know she's a beautiful gem. See, Paul, you're good with words. But he says you're a beautiful gem, and you're a woman who could easily be overlooked because of that. Oh, is you trying to say you overlooked her? Now, do you really like the kid, or is you trying to stay to the last episode? Let me find out you here for the check, Paul. I don't trust Paul. But he asked her, has she been hurt before? She was just like, oh, yeah, what woman or person haven't been hurt before? She was like, but I'm a fairy tale type of person. I believe in the hearts and carriage, the paradise, the happily ever after. I basically believe in love. I am the Kia. I'm like that. I could have gone through the worst things of the worst, and I'm still going to jump back up and be like, but I'm going to still find my Prince Charming. That's so silly. Now that I say it out loud. Oh, Lord, I got to fix that. But anyway, she still believes in love. He lets her know she's a black queen. Girl, squint your eyes. And he continued to compliment her. And she feels like he's being genuine. I ain't gonna lie. I do feel like he's being genuine. I ain't gonna lie. I do. Because I feel this scene is more genuine than the PO stuff and the Paul, the whole post office, I'm on time. This seems more of who he is. And again, I don't know him from a can of paint. But this seems more of who he is. I think she should really look into Paul. I mean, I know he's not the most... Just look into Paul. We move to the next scene. Clifton and Joy meet up at the restaurant. She's all giddy. My baby. I get to see my baby. Girl, you just got off the call with him, girl. Stop. But anyway, so she pulls up to see Clifton. They sit down. He lets her know he's excited about their future. They talk about the weekend that passed. And He says that his vision is now tunnel vision because he was able to get some clarity over the weekend. Oh, you mean you was able to tell Dakia that you can't pursue her just as hard as you pursuing Joy in front of Joy because Joy my number one, but I really want you to be the number two? Got it. Okay, I get it. But he says he got tunnel vision now. His vision is clear. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. That's what he said. And look at her. See, he got tunnel vision now. He get it. He understand. He get it. This union just bothers me anyway. But Clifton basically tell her about the conversation he had with Dakia. And she asked what's going to happen after the process. And he was like, well, we're just going to be consistent. If that ain't the vaguest answer I ever heard, go ahead on, Jordan, with your man. Go ahead on. But she liked him, though, so I love it. He said she complete his sentences. Well, go ahead on and put a period at the end. Period, boo. Let's move on. We meet up with Tommy, girl. Now, it's time to meet with Tommy. Tommy asked what went down and where the hell is Christina. Don't nobody know where Christina at because she ain't showed up to the final meeting. But they did let her know Christina did show up in the fourth quarter. Damn near in overtime. And, yeah. 10 minutes before we left out of here, she pulled up. Carmen said she didn't have a connection with anybody. And I'm like, Carmen, why do you have to say that? That is not your place, but you a hater. And we about to get to that. So after Carmen said she didn't have a connection with anybody, he said he gonna talk to Tina, which is Tommy. Tommy said he gonna talk to Tina. So now Tommy goes over to Joy and asks how she's doing. Joy says, look, I've discussed the insecurity issue that Clifton, the big red flag, has, and we will move past it. Although he said it's death or nothing, blood in, blood out. I guess that's why you wore your red dress. Yeah, okay. All right, Joy, girl. Okay, Joy. Okay. But anyway, so he moves on to Paul, and Paul still bringing up Christina. I thought she was silent. I thought she was this. I thought she was that. Leave Christina's name out your goddamn mouth, like Will Smith said. That girl not checking for you. Has she called you, text you, sent you a letter? Leave that girl alone, Paul, because you just mad and bitter because Christina not there. But he says Carmen was being nosy about his other date. So this is where him and Carmen get into it. So basically he was like, look, I like Carmen, but she always asking me about my other date. She too nosy. She needs to mind her business and worry about what's going on between me and her. Carmen, on the other hand, feels like, oh, pause. I'm just trying to make conversation with you. I'm trying to see what's going on with everybody else and with you because if I'm trying to pursue you, I need to know. And he was just like, no. You need to focus on our connection. We signed up for a show where we are both dating multiple people. It is what it is. But you see, Paul, this is where I got to take your side. She does that because she's very insecure. She puts on the big bag. She put the mask on. Mask off, fucking mask on. She puts the mask on saying, I am the greatest. I am the greatest of all time. I am the sexiest. I am the cutest. I am the most successful. She do all of that, but inside there's a scary, insecure little girl. That's why she got to know how your dates go with everybody else, Paul. That is the only reason why. But she goes on to say that basically, I'm going to spill the tea since you won't put me on the spot. But Paul said that certain people in the house don't have that type of sex appeal that I have, and that he don't have to try to figure out how to be aroused, that the people need to know how to already arouse him. So now the kid was just like, nigga, what? Did you really talk shit about me? And he's sitting there going, that's bullshit. I never said that. Well, the kid finally speaks up and says, you know what? I don't believe nothing Carmen says. Carmen is a hater. She's very insecure. She basically said everything I said. And you're right, the kid, she is. She's definitely a hater, 1,000%. But I'm glad you kind of shut that down because you could tell that was intentionally done so that she can ruin the connection between you and Paul. But now you got Donovan over here going, well, shit, I thought me and Carmen had a connection. Why is she over there worried about the kid and Paul? Because she don't care about none of this. Just like you don't, Donovan. You just got divorced. Is the ink dry on the paper? Boy, bye. But, yeah, he's sitting over there wondering and perplexed on why she worried about Paul and doggone the kid. Tommy asked Sabrina how she felt, and Sabrina was like, look, I'm still in this process trying to figure it out. I'm trying to choose what's best for me. Sabrina, if you wanted a throuple, just say that. Because at this point, girl, it's only 2-3 men one or two men you could even choose from. Girl, what is you saying? Sabrina, I'm confused by how you two. You giving me other vibes and I don't even know. I don't know Sabrina. Sabrina just does it to me. But she said she likes Donovan, but he might need a little more time to heal because he just got divorced, as if she's been divorced for years. And then she says she likes Demetrius, but the first thing he mentioned was submission, and she's a submissive girl, but that ain't what she's trying to do. That ain't what she's trying to do. Donovan says that he thought they were past that. Demetrius says his friend said that, but that ain't who he is. That ain't what he said. Your friend said it in front of you and you ain't correct him. That's exactly who you is, Demetrius. Donovan, Sabrina ain't past nothing with nobody because she here to find 3-4 men. As she should. I'm not going to take that from her. But she don't give a damn about none of y'all. Donovan says that he thought their connection was stronger. And then he says that Sabrina sent him a snap saying that he'll be the next one to go home. Oh, Sabrina, so you think you're a producer? You think you're Shawnee O'Neal on Basketball Wives where you could just dismiss people? Thank you for your service. Who the hell you think you is, Sabrina? Somebody let me know. But she denies it and said, I didn't say that. He asked who's going home and I said, who knows? It could be you. You never know. Girl, whatever he said you did that shit. Final scene, Tommy goes to meet up with Sabrina. He out there for an hour in the cold with his Starbucks and his turtleneck and his blazer, because you know that's the uniform for Tommy. And Sabrina never shows. Okay, what are we doing at this point? Why y'all running behind, not Sabrina, damn, Christina. Why are y'all running behind Christina? I don't care to even know. Drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all thought about this week's episode. I thought it was alright. It was cool. But yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see you hoes later. Bye.